So, coming off the heels of a massive world building episode, probably one of the most important episodes. The funny thing is, Klaus had told me there was a big world building episode coming up soon. I didn't remember that until after I watched the episode. I, of course, didn't remember the number. I'm sure he was talking about 151. But hey, you know, terrible memory guy here. I've been thinking about the world building a lot as they give us more information here and there. And I was thinking about this world government and what do they want and what do they tolerate and why do they tolerate it? What is actually going on here beneath the surface? And you got to think about, okay, the world we live in has, was it 100,000 islands? Thousands and thousands of islands. It doesn't have the massive continents we have, here on Earth. The world is mostly made up of islands. And like when I play Civ, you can set up a world that looks like that, a map, where it's mostly islands. You don't have massive continents. So I'm familiar with the concept, and it changes the way you play Civilization. Because then you have these long supply lines, and nothing's centralized, and people can't. You have to protect your borders. There's no way to protect borders when you have an island nation. You have a bunch of islands. You just kind of have to have fast reaction forces at the edges of your empire. That whichever city gets attacked, they can go there. You don't have, like, if you just have a massive continent, you have choke points. Okay, here's this mountain ridge here, here's this mountain ridge here. You put a citadel in between them with some troops. Nobody can get to you. They have to go through the choke point. There are no choke points when you have an island nation. It's wide open. So you can't defend, you have to react. It changes your entire mindset. You're not defense, you build offensive units that can react to an attack. So it's kind of like that. Like being an island world changes the way you look at things. You don't have these massive borders with all these troops and fortifications set up on the borders and you're waiting for somebody to try you. You have to be able to react. So obviously you're going to have a large navy. But your navy also has to be of the mindset of offense, not defense. But thinking deeper than that, it's not just an island world. It's a world where these magic fruits exist that people consume them and they get powers. And it seems to be pretty commonplace. Now, here's the thing. It's commonplace in the part of the world that we're in. It's commonplace in this part of the world. Like the Grand Line seems to be like maybe an eighth of the surface of this planet or something like that. I'm pulling that out of my ass, but let's just say it's an eighth of the surface. That may be where the devil fruit actually comes from. That may be because there's weird weather happening here, and there's the animals are weird. And the animals are affected, and the animals seem almost magical and seem almost sentient. This is probably where the devil fruit comes from. This part of the world. What's it like on the opposite side of the world? Is it calmer? Is devil fruit scarce? Unless somebody ate it here and they traveled all the way around the world to where you are, maybe you may be able to go your whole life and only meet 2 or 3 people who have devil fruit powers. We've gone 150 episodes. We've met 20, 30 people with devil fruit powers. Is that because this is a region of the world where they come from? Is this the hotbed of magic? Well, you live in a world with magic. And you live in a world where people can easily just take this fruit and get magic powers, kind of like the X-Men. And when they talked about the X-Men, you've got basically 1,000 nuclear weapons all across the world. Like some of these people's powers can destroy cities. They can destroy an entire navy in an hour. Some of these powers. Some of these powers can demolish an entire army. A surface army. Just demolish them. Can't be. Some of these people just cannot be defeated with conventional weapons. If you can turn into smoke, what good is a cannon or a machine gun? These people have powers that cannot be controlled or contained. So if you're a world government, what do you do with that? How do you respond to that? Now, one response could be you round them up and you lock them away somewhere. Well, we're not at a technology level where that's possible. They don't have technology that can counteract these powers except for the ice cage thing. And then you can also, you can surround yourself with a moat of seawater. And then you have like narrow, like say you have a palace, okay? And you flood the outside hallways of your palace with ocean water, which you can walk through because you don't have powers, but nobody else can walk through. And the hallways are so narrow that it's not like they can take a raft down these hallways to get to you. So in that case, and this is just pulling it out of my ass in 3 seconds, I found a defensive fortification where maybe you could protect yourself from somebody with powers. Maybe. But, structures have ceilings. So almost this thing would almost have to be at the bottom of an ocean. Yeah, you'd almost have to live in the bottom of an ocean surrounded by ocean water. Because think about it, say you fled the outside of your palace. They can walk along the roof and come in the middle. You know? You're still screwed. Smoke can float on top of the surface of the water. I don't know what his range is, Smoker, for instance, and other people have powers that could be maybe do something similar. So, there is no real defense. You could live in one of these ice cages that have where they touch the bars and their powers don't work. But that's not a very good solution. So, you can't really capture these people. You can't contain them. Now, maybe you can try to kill them. Maybe you raise up a team of assassins whose only job is to go around killing anybody who has devil fruit powers. Okay, so they're sneaky. They sneak around. They find their enemy. Okay, this is a person. Luffy's just walking down the street. We have a sniper rifle. Boom, right in the head. Doom. He's gone. You can do that a couple times and word starts getting around. Now, I know word doesn't travel in this world the way it does in our world. There is no Twitter account talking about, wow, 3 people with devil fruit powers have died today. All shot in the back of the head. But eventually word gets around. And then whatever nation commissioned this team of assassins, it'll be tracked back and that nation will be destroyed by everybody who has powers. Not a good solution. So, what do? How do you contain a threat of this magnitude? You have hundreds, maybe thousands of people walking around, 1,000 nuclear weapons. A lot of them are teenagers, volatile, emotional ass teenagers. What do? How do you, that's a massive problem for world government. Well, what I think you do is what they're doing here. You pit them against each other. You put out the word, okay, hey, there's treasure here in this area, this Grand Line. There's a One Piece out there. You put that information out there. Everybody, it's like a lightning rod. Everybody with powers will come try to collect this One Piece. They'll come try to collect this thing. So you get everybody in one area and you have them fight each other. You have people with powers fighting each other. They either kill each other or they're reduced to a point where they can be captured. Like Crocodile was reduced to a state in which he could be imprisoned. He could be captured, transported to a prison, and kept in this ice prison, whatever, for the rest of his life where he can't get out. And nobody has a problem with you doing that because he broke the law, right? So you pit them against each other and you occupy them where they're not worried about going around rampaging, destroying towns, and wreaking havoc and causing chaos with your population. They're out here in the middle of the ocean fighting with each other, fighting each other. That's what I think's happening here. That's why I think you have the warlords. That's why I think they've encouraged piracy. Because why would these governments encourage piracy? They're not at war with each other. The reason piracy got encouraged in the Caribbean was France and Spain and England and all these nations were at war with each other, and they wanted it to be a Cold War. So they hire mercenaries to attack each other's shipping lines and hurt each other financially. That's how piracy was encouraged. Once that situation I described stopped being in effect, piracy died because they were no longer sponsored by the governments and they were actively being hunted by the same governments. If we're not fighting each other, these pirates, they're out of control. Now they're affecting our money and it's not another nation backing them. Now it's just these random people affecting our money. They will be wiped out, and they were wiped out. Piracy in this world would not be allowed if the governments didn't want it to be allowed. They have Marines, they have Navy, and I know the Navy and the Marines are like looking for the pirates and they're trying to capture them, but like it could be a lot more. There could be a lot more effort being put into there. I think primarily what's happening is the Navy is directing people towards the Grand Line. The naval presence seems to be higher outside the Grand Line, pushing people. Hey, how about all you people go here into this contained area where there's these dangerous monsters and the weather's crazy that could sink ships and all the other people with powers are there and you can all kind of wipe each other out. Why don't you do that? That's what I think's happening here. And nothing was stated overtly that made me think this in the last episode, but I'm just thinking more about from a world building perspective. You got to think about what do these governments want? What do they allow? Why do they allow it? how would a government respond? That's kind of where I'm coming from with all this. I don't think it's a complete picture. I don't think we have enough information to have a complete picture. There could also be a Cold War going on that I don't know about that we haven't seen any evidence of yet. We have the five great nations. The elders may represent more than one nation. I don't know. I'm making a lot of assumptions here. But for now, until I'm told otherwise, I'm assuming there's five great nations. And each one's represented by an elder, and that's what we saw in the last episode. So that's tentatively what I think is happening with the world building. Could be way off, but obviously no spoilers, if you know better, which I'm sure you do after 1,000 more episodes. But this is what I'm thinking right now. Alrighty, having said that, let's go ahead and jump into this next one. 152. You know where we are? You know where we're going. Luffy is pissed. That's where we're going. 3, 2, 1. You one punch chump. Look at him. Look at him talking shit right before he gets knocked the F out in one punch. Your spring powers are stupid. I ain't changed my mind on none of this. This is a dumbass power. Look, it could wreck a normal person he would kick my ass. It could wreck a normal person, but it ain't gonna wreck anybody who's got any actual power. You just got knocked the F out. I like the punch-shaped hole in the side of his skull. Now what, chump? Look at him. You changed the shape of his head. Don't make me turn around, bitch. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Better hit the road, Jack. I think they did. Didn't they at the end of the last episode? They're on the ocean now. Can't remember. No, they haven't left yet. Okay. Yeah. You're going to have dollar signs in your eyes any minute now. Nope. No chance in hell. Yeah. Yeah. She's big mad. See, that's why I don't trust her. Waiting all this damn time. Well, hurry up, man. Here's your gold back, old man. Yeah. Really? That's what you're wasting time? So it's fixed up, huh? Looking weird. I don't know if I like it. Oh, okay, so flying. Okay. Okay, yeah, I get what they're doing. Good shit. Why were you wasting time looking for a beetle? Yeah, the chicken thing ain't working. That's what it was. I don't like the chicken head. Yeah. Big mad. We ain't got time to talk, man. We're out of here. That's what I'm saying. Wasting your damn time. Damn, he smokes a lot. Jesus, dude. Okay, so the reason he got it was so he could thank them. Okay, I'm into it. Stressing me out, man. Like, get on the damn ship. Wasting your damn time. We'll get that gold. Yeah, well, why don't you go fix your jaw and the side of your skull? PTSD. Can't handle it, man. We'll keep dreaming. I guess this is a monkey salute. Like, I guess that's what they're doing. That's right. Just stand there and lose your current. Dumbass. Yeah. Yeah, you don't say. Simp. Yeah, the chicken thing ain't working for me. The wings are okay. So don't you do it either. Like his bandages. Romanticism, yeah, that's true. Not the, real version of romance. The other version. Yeah. Yeah, how do you get back down? They've talked about how you get up there. The water takes you up there. How do you get back down? Maybe you should think about that before you do this. Just saying. The Going Merry is such a small damn ship. They need a bigger ship. Yes. Blackbeard. I guess they're going to be following him up into the sky. Yeah, you don't want to go up there. But I think you will. That's your next MFing job. Chump. Right? The bird's sweating, man. Just let Chopper talk to him. Yeah. Yeah, that's just one of many weird birds. I'm starting to think the author is obsessed with birds because that keeps coming back in various ways, right? Like flamingo, and there's other people who've been obsessed with birds. F him. Then we'll kick his ass if he does that. The head's gonna swerve back around. You can't do it. Look at him. He's sweating. He's sweating. Can't do it. Get your head back where it belongs, bitch. Yeah. Yep, you're making him sick. They're chill. What's wrong with that? Yeah, no shit. Looking for a damn beetle. Good stuff. So they're just on a log raft? Is that the hell? I guess I didn't pick up on that before. Yeah, they're coming up on. They're definitely going up in the sky. Yep, here it comes. Then you better hurry. Once you do that, what's that nitrous oxide they use in Fast and Furious? Do it. You're too late. You were screwing around for too long. That's right. Sing. They're gonna get a Sea King. Oh no, he's okay. Okay, I thought they were gonna attract an animal that would push them faster. Good shit. That's right. Ride the dragon. So this is why the two guys came with him to help him with this part of the process. Okay. I was wondering why they were hanging out with him. Don't have such a damn small boat then. Straight up. Yep. This is gonna be cool. I'm looking forward to this. Oh, you will see one. Excellent. Are you guys coming up too? Like at some point you need to drop back. Oh, okay. Go with the flow. Yeah, things should work out. Yeah, things will work out. I don't like the sound of that, man. Holy crap. Just a wing and a prayer. It should all be fine, right? You still reflecting on this? Move on, man. I guess it reinvigorated his own dream, right? That's what happened. And he was. Good shit. Well, that's not very nice. Prattling on. That's a good whirlpool effect. It feels CGI, like I was talking about with Futurama when they superimposed CGI with regular animation. The whirlpool feels like that. It doesn't feel fully incorporated. Too late. It's like going into a black hole. Yep. He's all about the adventure. The adventure. There's the Sink King I was talking about. Guess what? Usopp is scared. That's right. Dude, keep your powder dry. Well, man, let's do this. Yeah, they're pulling back. Okay. It's like being flushed down the toilet. Hey, at least you'll die with friends. This is a scam. Calm the F down. Can somebody mute him? Oh, well, now when she's scared, that's interesting, right? I have to have these adventures. I have to. I'm an adrenaline junkie. Yeah, see, that feels CGI to me. I could be wrong. Too late. Yep, that's right. Really? He's trying to leverage this into a hug? Here comes the wind. The hell? That's weird. Here comes, yeah. Here comes this explosion. Not good. It's still down there. Okay. Oh, okay. You guys are about to go up in the sky, man. These guys, the way they locomote is stupid. Get a real ship. You ain't caught up to nothing. We ain't got time for this. Too late, buddy. Gee, I wonder if something's going on right now. Dude's got a head like a rock. This is gonna make Luffy happy. Look at it. Yeah, yeah. And nobody else gets an increase. They're the two awesome people. Yeah, yeah, man, good shit. But not you. No, you get nothing. And you get nothing. Yeah, that's a lot. Look at Zoro's happy too. Really disappointing. Why you granted if it's disappointing? You know you like it. Here we go. Hey, Blackbeard, you may want to catch him on the flip side. Here we go. Oh yeah. Nah, they're gonna be up there in Skypiea together. Hold tight to the ship or get inside. Here we go. Yeah, I see Blackbeard on the side, right? That's not a good position. You want to be on top. That's not holding on, man. None of you are holding on. Yeah, they're done. I thought they'd go up with him. They're done. Enjoy death. There's an obscene amount of cigarettes he smokes. You can see it from the island. That's interesting. That should prove there's something up there, right? You see that very often. I guess there could be nothing up there. It looks like a water spout, right? Yeah, you guys may want to have gotten further away. I'm into it. It must be a hell of a tailwind, right? It's magic, baby. Yeah, it's a tailwind. He's in the front of the action, of course. I'm sure you forgot a lot of things. Oh, crap. You gotta stay attached to the water, man. Yeah. How do you stay attached to the water? Oh, crap. Um, yeah, thank you. Leave us alone. But that's what's gonna happen to you. Look at him just standing there. He's just standing there. Oh, crap. Is that somebody else's ship? That's not good. Well, crap. I don't know how you stay attached to the ship to the water, man. Oh, because of the tailwind. Right. Yeah, okay. You can scientific blah 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 whatever. I ain't buying it, but we'll live with it, right? Don't try to get scientific. Don't explain the midichlorians. Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That does make sense. Makes sense. You know, within the framework of what we're doing here, this makes sense. Change the what do they call it, trimming the sails. Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm flying, Jack. Hell yeah. I hear the music. Yeah, man. It's the music of adventure. Hell yeah. Meanwhile, Blackbeard's dead, right? That's right. We're flying. It'd be kind of disappointing if you go there and there's nothing there, wouldn't it? Are you going to show us at the end of this episode, or do we have to wait till next episode? I think you're okay. That's what I thought. So yeah, I'm not like I'm. It's okay if you try to explain some stuff, and it does make sense. A lot of times it'll be like, okay, physics exists except for this one thing, and if you can accept this one thing, you're good. Like for instance, like say dragons are real. Everything else in the world's the same, but dragons exist. Well, then you can scientifically explain how they create the fire. And there's ways you can do that. There's two different chemicals. If you mix the two chemicals, they create fire, but separately they're not fire. That's how you can just spontaneously generate fire within a biological being, right? So you can scientifically explain this stuff. It kind of makes sense for the most part. You just have to accept that first premise. And so here, like as far as I understand it, I'm no expert, but as far as I understand it, the physics of what they were talking about makes sense if you accept the premise of this geological event and the ship not being torn apart by those forces. If you accept those things, you just hand wave that. Everything else kind of makes sense, at least my limited understanding. But I just don't, you don't ever want to go too far down the midichlorian explanation route because you break the story. It doesn't accomplish anything. I don't think he will though.